All right, we're back. This is the party. We just heard Billy Talent.
We did.
Devil in a Midnight Mass.
Yes.
What's going on, Chels?
Nothing. I'm just really happy. Tara has pointed out that the pen I'm using is actually from Cornerbrook.
Yeah.
So I feel like I'm holding a small piece of our island in my hands. So that's pretty cool.
Well, that's our interesting fact for the day. Our interesting guest for the day is here.
Yes.
Evan AuCoin. How you doing, Evan?
Good, how are you guys?
Good. We're good.
Have you ever been to the lovely land of Cornerbrook?
Various times, actually. I've got family out that way. My dad's from the west coast of the island.
Very cool. Have you ever been to the Pizza Delight there? I don't know the address, so I'm afraid I'm going to have to say the name.
There's actually two.
Yes.
One on either side
one.
of the town. I think I've been to the good one. I've been to both of them, so I assume I've been to the good one. Logic would dictate that I have.
Logic.
There you go.
There's only two.
Why there are two, though, is a bigger question, I think, in a town that size.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, this is also coming from a place that has a hotel that looks like Shrek's castle.
True.
So
I've stayed in the hotel.
that's a fabulous hotel. It just appears we've been everywhere that you've been. So.
That's it. It's not a big island.
No, it really isn't. Cool.
Yeah.
So, how's it going? What music things have you done lately other than travel to Cornerbrook?
This is actually this last week has been a very long week musically for me. I played the Rose and Thistle last night. Wednesday night I did Distortion and the Levy, and Tuesday night I helped out my buddy Taylor Wall and played open mic at the Grumpy Stump.
Okay.
And now I'm here tonight, and tomorrow night I have my regular gig at the Levy.
Oh, wow.
I host Sunday nights at the Levy since May now. I've been doing that, but it's so it's been a bit of a trying week.
Yeah,
you
I
could say.
imagine.
Yeah, because I'm a full-time student too, so it's just kind of been yeah. But no, that's where I am musically right now, and have been apologizing profusely to the band that I'm trying to start because I haven't been able to practice at all this week. And they're just like, "You have to stop getting shows." I'm like, "I know. I'm sorry, guys."
So how long have you been playing?
This is, I think, well, it's a funny story, really. I started playing guitar when I was 11. I'm 23 now. I started playing guitar when I was 11, and I hated it. I don't think I liked what I was learning from the guy that I was taking lessons from, though. And then again, when I was, I think, 14 or 15, I picked it up again and didn't really like. I liked it, but I just didn't stick with it. And then around, I was 17, 18 when I was in grade 12, and I took a fiddle class, actually. So I learned to play the fiddle. From the fiddle, I learned how to play the mandolin. And from the mandolin, I decided to get back into guitar. So that was my first year of university. So it's been about 5 or 6 years now that I've been writing and performing my own music and stuff like that. So it's good. Yeah, that's the timeline there, I guess. So about 5 years now as a singer-songwriter.
Very cool. So are you going to perhaps play us a track or two?
Oh, I could certainly do that. Yeah. I think the first one I'll do actually is I'm in the process now. In the first week of November, I'm going to go in with Georgie Newman, who works at the Levy, and record a 3-song EP. And so this is the only of the 3 songs. This is the only one that I've actually decided on thus far for the EP. If you search Evan AuCoin live at the Levy on YouTube, you can actually find me as well. So this is called Good Whiskey and Good Women, and it's about kind of getting over your own vulnerability and accepting the fact that you have feelings for somebody and being able to tell them that. So yeah, this is Good Whiskey and Good Women. Said there's nothing like a glass of good whiskey, and he takes a sip. Said I wouldn't know, I've never had any. Oh, what a quip. He wishes he knew her like she knows him, like they were more than friends. Wishes he could see through her like she does to him. Oh, it never ends. What does he know about love? Parades around like a man when push comes to shove. Well, he's clever and he's coy, but these days he's still a boy. Good whiskey and good women aside, I don't know how you can drink that stuff. It always burns so much, she said. Oh, but it burns so good, though I know you never could understand. He wants her to know that she's different, but he just can't show. He wants to make her see he just can't look past his vulnerability. What does he know about love? Parades around like a man when push comes to shove. Oh, he's clever and he's coy, these days he's still a boy. Good whiskey and good women aside, he smiles at her as her dark hair falls, frame of face. And he says to her, I want you to know how happy I am to be in this place. She smiles back at him for the first time. It's more than just a friend. She looks into him, she sees all his fears slowly start to end. He can learn about love. He can be a man for her, push comes to shove. Well, he'll be clever, he'll be coy, but he won't be a boy. Good whiskey and good women aside, he'll be clever, he'll be coy, he won't be a boy. Good whiskey and good women to thank, oh, to thank.
Anyway, we're back here on the Party on CHMR. I'm your host, Warren Gordon.
And I'm Chelsea Skanes.
And we're sitting here with our guest, Evan AuCoin. Now, Evan, you were saying that you were in the, I guess, stages of recording, or you're planning on it?
We haven't started yet. It's in the
Okay.
planning phases. A couple weeks ago, Georgie Newman, who's been doing a lot of really great recording around the last little while, has done Green and Gold, Joanna Barker, and a bunch of other fantastic local artists. Mm-hmm. He messaged me on Facebook, and kind of we were talking about recording and stuff like that. And I play. I'm currently in a band right now called Cathedral Street. We haven't gigged anywhere yet. We're still in the writing phases and kind of the practicing phases, stuff like that. Mm-hmm. I also play in a male-female duo called Port of Call with Cassandra Abbott, who, if she's listening right now, is going to be very happy, because the last time I was on the radio, I forgot to mention that, and she got mad. But no, we when she's around, we play in a male-female duo, but she's never around. So she's currently in Prague. Must be nice, and having a semester abroad. But so I was saying to Georgie that when she's back in January and when the band is up and running and stuff like that, I was planning on recording. He was like, "But are you planning on recording?" So I was like, "Yeah, why not?" So the first week in November, I'm going to go into the studio and record a 3-track solo acoustic EP type thing and put it up on Bandcamp and iTunes and wherever else I can get it, and hopefully get get some of my music out there. It's going to be nice to have something professionally recorded because everything else that I have online right now is done in my basement. So yeah, so that's where I'm at right now. The second week in November, I think it should be released.
Very cool.
So it sounds like you have a lot of songs to yourself.
Quite a few.
Is that yeah?
Yeah.
Could you take us through, I guess, the songwriting process for yourself? Like, what do you do?
I'm a rampant insomniac, and so normally between the hours of 2 and 4 in the morning, I'm noodling around on my guitar, and I'll strike some chords, or I'll come up with some lyrics will come to me or something like that. My dad used this analogy once. My aunt asked me where I come up with where I get inspired by my songs. My father said, "Well, he gets a girlfriend, and then it goes south," and that's moderately apt. It's relatively apt, depending on the song and depending on the month. But no, I'm painting a pretty bad picture of myself right now. I realize I'm not what I'm saying. Anyway, no, this is no. So it's a kind of thing where I don't really have a full on process. It's sometimes I'll just be sitting around playing chords on my guitar and words will come to me, and within a few minutes I have a song. Or it could be that I'll start with I hate starting with lyrics because I find it a lot harder to start with the lyrics and then find my key and find the chords and what I want to write and where I want the music to sound. Whereas I find if I start with the actual music and build the lyrics around that, it's a lot easier of a process. Unfortunately, it seems like the lyrics come to me a lot quicker than the music sometimes. So I find myself in a situation where I'm frustrated with myself a lot writing. But it's the writing process for me is a lot of repetition. I go back and forth over the first 3 or 4 lines that I've written. 4 and 5, sometimes 10, sometimes 30 times, and then the next line comes, and then 30 more times the next line comes. So it's kind of the process for me writing. At first, when I started, it was kind of I want to get as many words and thoughts into something that I possibly can. I've tried to break it down and keep it simpler now, and try to have fewer verses but more impactful verses, and try to say more things with fewer words. So. That's kind of where I'm at now in the stage songwriting. Over the last 5 years, kind of where I've gotten myself to.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very cool. So are we going to hear another track from you?
Certainly, yeah. This is one that I'm kind of toying around with the idea of putting it on the EP. It's one of my newest tunes. I think it is the newest fully written song, actually. And it does require kind of some context. The song's about post-traumatic stress disorder, actually. And the last few summers, I've worked with a project called Based in Business. It's here at the university, and what it is an Actus Memorial takes retiring and medically releasing military personnel from the Canadian Forces and bring them down to the university and actually have university professors and student volunteers teach them how to run their own businesses. And that's a way of transitioning them back into civilian life that doesn't require them to, I guess, just find make-work projects and stuff like that. They can actually become their own boss and employ themselves. And as a result of that, I've worked with a lot of really fantastic people, and I've met some awesome veterans and people who have served our country. But a lot of them do suffer from post-traumatic stress disorder. I have some family members that suffer from it as well. And this the song is kind of an homage to that, and it's sort of about a guy trying to struggle through that sort of a situation. It's called Pretty Scared These Days. Car backfires and it hits the ground. Gets lost in his mind. For the next 3 hours, he's impossible to find. She can't understand how things got so unkind. tells her he loves her, but she just feels left behind. He can't find a way to save his face or slow down this free fall from grace. 'Cause she can't understand when soldiers go to bad places. Sometimes they come back in bad headspaces. That don't mean his love for her is graceless. He's just pretty scared these days. He woke up this morning with a black eye, a bloody nose. She looks at him accusingly and she demands to know. Truth is, he don't know where he goes. His mind is all full of snow. Lately he's been losing more of himself. She grows more and more concerned for herself. She can't understand when soldiers go to bad places. Sometimes they come back in bad headspaces. That don't mean his love for her is graceless. He's just pretty scared these days. Well, he's pretty scared these days. He walked out on her today. He just couldn't stay. He wishes he could find a way to explain to her his pain. He's sick and tired of losing himself. He's tired of putting her on a shelf. She can't understand when soldiers go to bad places. Sometimes they come back in bad headspaces. That don't mean his love for her is graceless. He's just pretty scared these days. She can't understand when soldiers go to bad places. Sometimes they come back in bad headspaces. That don't mean his love for her is graceless. He's just pretty scared these days. Oh, he's pretty scared these days. And he's trying to find a way. Yeah, he's pretty scared these days.
Back here with Evan AuCoin.
Yes,
And Evan, you were saying you had some shout-outs to me.
Yes, I do. I promised my roommates and the other guys in the house. So to Matt Colbert, Merrick Riggs, possibly Kendall McCann if he's there by now, and Matthew Small. Big shout out to my homies at 3 Faulkner Street. I will never use the word homies again, but oh well.
When you said the address, I thought you were talking about like an actual like No.
What are you going for, Chelsea? Chelsea?
I was gonna
Tread
say.
lightly
You've
here.
committed to this now. You have to
I
say
was
it.
gonna say an actual place.
Oh, Chelsea. We're just gonna laugh for the rest of the show. This is gonna be a little laugh show. Welcome to it.
To our freeform laugh odyssey.
Yeah, there you go.
Excellent. I would love to get Spinal Tap references in sometimes.
Yeah, you can be the co-host now if you want.
Oh,
I think
fantastic.
Chelsea's done.
Oh, new job. Yay. I already have 3.
Don't worry, I have like 4. So
If you count student, I have 4.
Oh.
yeah,
Whew. All right, we're back here on the party.
yeah, we are. You okay, Chelsea?
I'm all right.
You recovering?
I suppose I was up early and learning about cars all day, so I'm not exactly in a good place of mind right now.
I think we should learn about Evan. I think we should ask him some questions.
I'm a relatively interesting fellow.
Yeah.
Pizza or garlic fingers?
Ooh, pizza.
Ouch! Get out.
I love garlic fingers whenever pizza's ordered in my house, garlic fingers are involved, but I don't know. I really like pizza. What can I say?
Boneless or bone in?
Bone in.
Who is this guy?
Who's this guy think he is?
Boneless wings are a cop out. There has to be some level of difficulty in what you're eating. Otherwise, it's just not challenging.
Maybe that's why I like macaroni and cheese, pudding, stuff I can just swallow. Like, I'm such a lazy person.
That's fair. I mean, so, it happens.
Yeah, you know.
Oh no! Oh no!
Marvel or DC?
Oh, Marvel, all the way.
There we go.
Yeah.
All right, well, we got one.
Yeah, no, there's no question. Like, Batman's cool and all, but
Yeah. Pepsi or Coke?
Coke.
Coke?
Yeah.
I don't know. What's another one?
Steep tea or iced tea?
Steep tea.
Or steeped iced tea.
That's just wrong. No. What's wrong with you? No. Blasphemy.
You looking at me?
Curly fries or
Shoestring.
the other kind?
Curly fries, there's no question.
I don't even know what they're called.
Exactly. Right.
Straight,
That's
straight
it.
cut?
Yeah.
Straight
Straight
cut,
cut.
shoestring. There's all sorts of other types of fries, but curly fries is the only one that really matter.
Curly fries. Oh. Favorite song you've written?
Ooh, favorite song I've written.
See, that's an actual real music
That is-
question,
that is
not
real
just
music
food.
It is. And it's not about food.
I forgot my cap tonight, so I feel like I have to say one that I can play. Actually, my favorite song that I've written recently was "Good Whiskey and Good Women," the first one that I played, just because it kind of came at a time when I was sort of it's autobiographical, something that I was feeling at the time, and it just the way that it's developed and the way that it's played out and the way that it's been received when I've played it live and stuff like that, I think it's just it's my favorite song that I've written currently. The other thing too is I was very fortunate a couple weeks ago that Jordan Coker got sick, so he had to drop out, and I got a chance to play after the jazz session at the Levee, and as a result of that, I got a professional video done down there for Live at the Levee.
Hey.
So if Jordan, if you're listening, big shout out to you for getting sick that week.
Ouch.
We're buddies. We're buddies. He'll take it. Something I didn't say to his face already. So.
He's popular enough already.
Oh yeah, that guy. The voice of an angel.
It's true, real life. Jort.
Wow.
That guy.
That guy.
guy.
That guy.
You do okay, Chelsea?
Well, no, I'll tell you that story off air later. I don't know, are you going to play a song now?
I certainly can, yeah. This tune is, this is a kind of convoluted description. The tune is based off a short story, and the short story is based off a Kurt Vonnegut quote.
Okay.
And so the short story is written by my dear friend Lisa Walters. And the Kurt Vonnegut quote is, "You were sick, but now you're well and there's work to do." And it came at a time when that was something that she really felt. And she sent me the short story, and right from the short story, I kind of wrote the tune. So it's normally I play it with a harmonica too, but I forgot my gig bag tonight. So it's again 2 hours of sleep that I'm running off of.
There we go.
So yeah, this is "You Were Sick, But Now You're Well." sick, but now you're well. There's work to do. You were stuck inside of hell. I know you better than most do. For years you suffered on your own. I wish that you'd picked up a phone. You were sick, but now you're well. There's work to do. And words can be wondrous things. They can open doors or they can give you wings. Words should never make you hurt. Sometimes you find a dirty word. They can cut you down to size, leave you feeling open, awkward, in need of reprise. But you were sick and now you're well. There's work to do. Though I'll never know your pain, I know that I've helped in some way. You know I'll always be your friend. Well, I'll pull you through until the bitter end. You were sick, but now you're well. You were stuck inside of hell. You were sick, but now you're well. And there's work to do.
And we're back here on the party in CHMR.
This is the second hour of the party.
Yes, it is. We have officially crossed the threshold approximately 8 minutes ago into the second hour of the party.
We just heard Scars on Broadway with Hungry Ghost.
Yes, we did.
It was an interesting song. Interesting request from Tori Pollard. Our party crew. Anyway.
Say word, what's a Hungry Ghost's favorite meal?
Garlic fingers.
No, that's the answer. I'm serious. Who doesn't love garlic fingers?
This guy, apparently, Evan.
I do love garlic fingers, but just not as much as pizza. Sorry, guys. Pizza's a big thing in my house.
Preach it.
Pizza and The Walking Dead. It's like our Sunday thing.
There you go. There you go. So, my question was, do you have any shows coming up?
Coming up tomorrow night, I've got my regular, and every Sunday in November, I've got my regular Sunday night gig at the Levy. Tomorrow night we've got Sam Burke, Maria White, who performs as Rhea, and Stephen Green, along with myself. They're all absolutely fantastic singer-songwriters. Really looking forward to tomorrow night. That show starts at 10:30. Outside of that, in November I've got, I'm going to be hosting 2 nights at the Grumpy Stump. For open mic. I'm also going to be doing a Friday night at the Grumpy Stump as well. And as of now, I don't have anything else booked, but that will probably change. I'll probably be looking at doing an EP release party somewhere. I have, November 23rd actually too, I have a show at the Second Cup up on Stavanger Drive.
Okay.
Cool.
So for the next little while, that's what I've got on the go thus far, show-wise. Yeah.
So if people want to find out more about their your music, not their music, what can they do?
They can look me up on Facebook as Evan AuCoin, singer-songwriter. Is what I'm up there as on Facebook. If you search Evan AuCoin on YouTube, I'll come up. I think that my YouTube channel is actually still called Evan David 666. I went through a big metal phase in high school, and I've had the YouTube channel since I was like 15 or something like that, and just haven't bothered to change it. Outside of that, you can You Were Sick, actually, the song that I just performed, you can buy that, a recorded version of it on Bandcamp for about 50 cents, I think. And outside of that, if you search Evan AuCoin on Reverb Nation as well, you'll find my music. So that's the biggest outlets where you can find my stuff. And the new EP coming out will be available on Bandcamp as well, and hopefully iTunes.
Very cool.
Cool. Yeah. So you're going to leave us with a track here?
I'll leave you with one more tune. This one is called Band of Steel, and it's I spent a couple months up in Ottawa on a work term a few years ago, and it happened. Those few months happened to coincide with my little brother's first semester in the city, and my mom's a worrier, and she nags a lot too. She's a bit of a nagger sometimes, and so she used to call me up in Ottawa, and she'd actually ask me where my brother was. So I'm like, Mom, I'm 1,300 miles away. I have no idea where my brother is, none whatsoever. And she'd go, well, call him. And I'm like, oh, I can't call him. He doesn't have caller ID in his phone. If he's not answering for you, he's not answering for me either. So anyway, this song is kind of about that. It's sort of about, me telling my parents that, I don't know where my brother is when I'm this far away. At the same time, too, it's I was going through some other stuff in my life at the time. And so the song is also about coming to grips with the fact that you're not Superman, and that you can't take everybody else's problems on, and you can't do everything for everybody else, and things for yourself as well. So this is Band of Steel. Always be Superman, that's just the way I am. I can't pick you up every time you fall. I'm not the man of steel, I'm a man who feels I can be afraid. I don't fly around in tights and a cape. Tall buildings in a single bound, and I can't always say good day. What you've got to understand, I said I'm just a mortal man. 1,300 miles away, I can't always save the day. I know you count on me. I'm the roots to the tree, but sometimes the strongest roots can bend and break. I can't always be the kind of man you want me to be. Oh, I can't always be me. What you've got to understand, said I am what I am. What I'm trying to say, all this burden starts to weigh me down. always be Superman. It's just the way I am, and well, I can't pick you up every time you fall.